Let me fix the camera. Yep. Okay, we're live tonight, July 29, Friday. An LS or a live stream. Okay, the question now is being a whistleblower prepper adjacent? Right, Jason here for the Hagbayon. This small YouTube channel is devoted to current events, literature, rock music, uh, martial arts, particularly Filipino martial arts, blade culture, particularly Bicol style blades, the outdoors, prepping, and survivalism. Is being a whistleblower prepper adjacent? Yes or no? If you are also into prep, kindly comment down the section below. Now, first, let's look at the case of what's happening in Lamitan City, right there in Mindanao, here in the Philippines. Okay, based on news reports, particularly Inquirer.net and GMA News, these are some of the facts that we were able to gather. Well, first, that on July 24, 2022, it was a Sunday. We actually made an LS for said topic as well. On July 24, 2022, during the supposed graduation ceremonies, you know, for the Ateneo de Manila Law School, Rose Furigay, the ex-mayor of Lamitan City, along with Victor Capistrano, her longtime and one of the Ateneo de Manila security guards, Genevieve Bandiala, they were shot dead. And also, Hana Furigay, um, the daughter of the ex-mayor or the deceased ex-mayor, Rose Furigay, was set to graduate that day from law school, was injured as well. Uh, Another person who got injured was the shooter himself, Dr. Chow Yumol, a native of Lamitan City as well. Um, After getting caught, uh, Yumol made some allegations. He said that the the three guys are actually involved in illegal drugs trade, and that the three guys or that the Furigay family attempted to ambush or kill him three times already. So those were his allegations that he uttered right after he got caught. Now, because of said allegations, many people got intrigued, and more specifically, when they discovered that Dr. Yumol is actually or was actually a social media influencer or a vlogger. And I myself, I got intrigued, and I also looked at his social media account, but it wasn't available anymore. But then some YouTubers uploaded his earlier videos. That's why I also was able to access and watch some of his videos. In his videos, he alleged that he has been criticizing Free Guys since 2015, way before those Free Guy facilitated the closure of his clinic, and I think animal bite clinic at Lamitan City in Basilan. And that one of his allegation, against the Free Guys is that the Free Guys used the money of the city coffers to buy a very expensive generator set, millions in price, and it turns out that the generator set is non-serviceable. So apparently he is alleging corruption against the Free Guys, despite the fact that City of Lamitan has been receiving of good governance these past years. We have to take note that the Free Guy couple has been, has been the. Hi there, Manoy Alec. Thanks for dropping by. The Free Guy couple has been serving the city of Lamitan for 20 years. Sometimes it's the husband who is the mayor and the wife is the vice mayor, and sometimes it's the other way around. So they've been around for quite some time. All right, and it's raining. It's raining, and Doc Yumol alleged that the Free Guys are actually involved in the sale of illegal drugs in their city, notwithstanding drug clearance from drug enforcement agencies. He was actually showing a certain drugs list from Camp Krame, indicating that Roderick Free Guy, the current mayor of Lamitan and husband of Free Guy, is in the top 10 of the drugs list in said area. So apparently Doc Yumol still has this allegation because of the drugs list that he got from Camp Krame. Notwithstanding the clearance that the Free Guy couple has been sending to agencies like PACC, Ombudsman perhaps, to clear their name. Apparently the Free Guys were also trying to clear their name by sending the drug clearance to some agencies. And on the video of the accused or the killer or the gunman in Ateneo, Dr. Yumol, he is not convinced that the couple, Free Guy couple, is not involved in drugs because of said top 10 drugs list. That he's even calling for an investigation on this matter, particularly to the person who actually signed clearance for the Free Guys. So he also said in his videos that He became a whistleblower because he got inspired by President Duterte's promises to eradicate corruption and drugs trade in the Philippines. He also said that he got inspired by Greco-Bellica's, uh, you know, being an anti-corruption and anti-drug advocate. Greco-Bellica was a commissioner and later on became the head or the chief of the PACC, or the Anti Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission, PACC. In one of his videos, or actually in many of his videos, he mentioned a certain incident at the PACC wherein he brought 3 witnesses from Lamitan City and the PTV4 crew and 1 DILG lawyer. And according to Dr. Yumol, even with those witnesses and media people and the DILG lawyer, still nothing happened because there was supposed to be a kind of a confrontation or a press con involving the witnesses, Greco-Bellica, the DILG lawyer, and of course Dr. Yumol and Urigay couple. But then, according to him, according to Dr. Yumol, Greco-Bellica did not talk to the witnesses, but talked to only one, the old woman. And still, just watch the video, if ever you still find one. Still, nothing happened. And instead, Greco-Bellica met with or had a conference, a 6-hour conference with the Purigay couple. And because of that, according to Dr. Yumol, he thought that there was some kind of irregularity in the way Greco handled the case. So that is why actually he's also calling for investigation. He's calling for investigation on Greco-Bellica as well. But Greco-Bellica has been saying that Dr. Yumol, in fact, was not able to produce adequate evidence. That's why nothing happened with the case, or that's why, well, that's why that's why he acted that way, perhaps. And he also saying that he actually helped Dr. Yumol forward the case to DILG. That is why a case was filed before the ombudsman against the guys or the Purigay couple. So there. But then again, even the actions of Greco-Bellica, or despite the said action, Dr. Yumol was not satisfied, apparently. And according to him, there were attempts on his life. And later on, we just found him at Ateneo, and already a gunman, Rosita Frigay, Victor Capistrano, and the Ateneo de Manila security guard, Bandiala, Genevieve Bandiala. Now, just this morning, at 6:55 a.m., Rolando Yumol, the father of Dr. Yumol, right now Dr. Yumol is now detained and has been charged with multiple murder and other uh, offense, including illegal possession of firearms. Rolando Yumol, the father of Dr. Yumol, 69 years old, was shot dead in front of their house or store by two people riding in tandem, riding in tandem. And he sustained 4 gunshot wounds via caliber 45, and he was dead on arrival and was brought to the hospital. And we got this news from the Inquirer and the GMA News. Right. And now the Furigay clan or the Furigay family, according to the news, according to the Inquirer News, was shocked and saddened upon hearing of the news. Now, going back to the Ateneo de Manila crime scene, we want to know how it really happened inside Ateneo. How were the fatalities killed? Okay, how Rose Furigay, how was she killed? How was she murdered? Of course, gunshot. According to the driver of the Furigays, he helped Rose Furigay, go out of the car, and he was already inside the car when he heard a gunshot. It wasn't really so loud, and he thought it was perhaps firecrackers to welcome them. But when he saw Rose Furigay on the floor, that's when he thought something was really really wrong, especially when Nina Furigay was already hugging her mother. So, and that's what he actually said. There was also another witness interviewed by mainstream media. Uh, she said that Dr. Yumol on targeted Victor Capistrano. Even now, I still don't know how Genevieve Bandiola was actually killed. I really don't know how it happened. Was there a firefight, or I got information from people from Ateneo, some writers from Ateneo, uh, saying that Genevieve Banjala tried to cover Ross Frigay and Victor Capistrano. Hi there, dropping by. Genevieve Bandiala, Victor Capistrano. That's why he was also shot. But later on, perhaps as the investigation goes the distance and the trial actually goes the distance, we will find out more information about this incident. Now, Dr. Yumol certainly committed murder, multiple murder. But there's one lingering question as per Hagbayon channel. How about his allegations? Can he still be considered a witness, even if, for example, he's already charged as a murderer, or even after getting convicted of multiple murder, illegal possession of firearms, can he still be considered a witness? For the lawyers out there, kindly comment down below. Kindly elucidate this matter, because as far as I know, anybody can be a witness. Anybody can be a witness. Even a crazy person can be a witness, so long as during the time of The event being testified on, said crazy person was in lucid interval. Anybody can be a witness so long as he or she can perceive and can communicate what he or she has perceived or had perceived. And for the sake of what we call as due process, witnesses ought to be cross-examined by the other side, and can also be directly examined by his own lawyer. Uh, um, but then Furi Guy's lawyer denied, denied all of the allegations of Dr. Yumol, saying that said allegations are merely figment, no, figment of Dr. Yumol's imagination. Roderick Frigay actually said that he doesn't even smoke. So how can he be an addict, or how can he be involved in illegal drugs? That's what they said. Now, there's another lingering question here at Hagbayon channel. Uh, Now, did Lamitan, as far as I know, they should have secured Dr. Yumol's family as well. As in the case of Jonel Nesqua, sorry, Nuesca. Jonel Nuesca, the one who committed double murder. He killed a mother and her son in December 2020. You remember that? And Jonel Nuesca is now deceased. Okay, reportedly, he is now dead. He died inside the jail. He died while in prison. The PNP actually secured the family of Jonel Nuesca after Nuesca committed said crime, after killing the mother and son. Actually, Nuesca's neighbors. I remember even that a member of the Tarlac police, I think the chief, said that they secured the family, the wife and daughter of Jonel Nuesca, baka kasi ano daw maisip nung family nung namatayan, baka gantian or something. So conversely, I was also thinking that PNP Lamitan somehow secured the family of Dr. Yumol, for to avoid, retaliation by the supporters of the the Free Guys. Anything could happen after such a big or a huge incident. Kumbaga, a shot heard all over the country. The killing of Rose Frigay, Victor Capistrano, and Genevieve Bandiala. Now, let's go to our focal question. Now, is being a whistleblower prepper adjacent? Is being a whistleblower prepper adjacent? If you are also into prepping, kindly comment down below if you think so or you don't think so. Well, as per Hagbayon channel, being a whistleblower is not prepper adjacent. No, it's not. Hindi siya bagay sa prepper. Because of the principle of the gray man in prepping. The gray man, is when you try to evade trouble by being a gray man, by not calling too much attention to yourself. The gray man is actually exemplified by a person who is wearing gray sweatshirt. Well, you can actually wear black, or you can actually just disappear in a crowd if you want to be a gray man, or if you like, you can wear a disguise, or you can decide to not show up in public spaces and be a gray man, disappear. For instance, Dr. Yumol could have just uh, moved to another location when his clinic or his infirmary was closed down by the barm. Inupas love, thanks for dropping by. So we could have just transferred to another location or evade. It could just have evaded problem or trouble. A prepper uh, is really good in evasive tactics and in disguises and in not calling too much attention to themselves by, for example, not getting recognized. You know, so unlike what Dr. Yumol did, by himself, uh, he became a sort of gunman, or like some people call him Doc Doc Punisher. Some people call him Doc Punisher, especially his supporters. And what he did was not prepper adjacent. Actually, being a whistleblower is not prepper adjacent, I think, because primarily number two, preppers don't rely on government and may not even trust the government entirely, especially politicians. So being a whistleblower, you will have to make a tip, you know. I mean, you have to report and show yourself. You never really know, if it's against corruption, if you are running against big people, perhaps drug lords or politicians who are connected with the drug lords. You never really know if you're going to the right person. Say you will report the matter to a particular agency. You never really know if the head of that agency is also involved, etc. And will just whitewash it and put you in trouble instead. So that's why some preppers just would rather not deal with some people in the government. Just just rather mind their own business. Also, Noah Aleph official. Hi, Manoy. Also, uh, preppers, although they do no harm, they do no harm. So they do no harm. They don't cause any problem. They don't cause any harm to others. Like doctors, they do no harm, as in KNOW. They do no harm, but usually in self-defense. In self-defense, very much unlike what the the, the doctor did. Being a man of science, supposed to be intelligent and rational and calm, supposed to be uh, knowledgeable in many matters, and with an oath, no, with an oath not to take any life. Doctors, they take an oath never to do anyone harm. But then again, some of his supporters are saying that maybe he was pushed to a corner and maybe he lost his mind. So we will find out when the trial actually goes the distance. We can expect that as part of the defense of the of the lawyers of Dr. Yumol. Now, as per the death of Dr. Yumol's father, um, the authorities are still at it. So it's just terrible that um, after the killings at Ateneo, uh, barely a week after, not even a week, let's count Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. After 5 days, uh, there's another fatality. This time, the father of Dr. Yumol. So it's terrible, and the cops are actually saying that we cannot really link the death of Dr. Yumol's father to the Free Guys, because that would be speculative, or that would be it's still according to them, it is still premature. Now, Meta, the owner of FB and Instagram, has deactivated Yumol's account and considers him as a dangerous individual. Kumbaga, they have this policy. They call it dangerous individuals in organizations policy. So if you are a dangerous individual, like in the case of Dr. Yumol, is definitely a murderer because he confessed to the crime, then your account will be deactivated as a matter of course by Meta, the owner of FB and Instagram. And they actually are trying to tell everyone this chilling warning that they will continue to remove content that praises, supports, represents the shooter, or an identified suspect. So if you post content praising Dr. Yumol or supporting him or representing him, then there's a chance that, or a high chance that that FB in Instagram or Meta will deactivate uh, your account, the way they also deactivated Yumol's account, because actually they have a policy on the matter. So it's still clear though that we have freedom of speech under the Constitution. I guess so long as it's a healthy discussion, you discuss both sides, and you are objective, then you are allowed to talk about the incident as as a matter of what we call as fair comment. You present both sides and you discuss the incident. In the case of Hagbayon channel, we discussed the incident as a kind of case study, whether or not as related to being a prepper, whether or not being a whistleblower is prepper adjacent or not. Look at what happened to Dr. Yumol. So Dr. Yumol became a monster last Sunday, and now he is paying for his crimes. And there is a silver lining though, because he said he would rather pay for his crimes by treating prisoners, or perhaps applying his medical knowledge inside the prison halls, and helping the believed, perhaps, with their health concerns by helping the infirmary there, because he is still a doctor even if his license has been revoked. So there that's it for this session, for this live stream. We'll be uploading this. And is being a whistleblower prepper adjacent? Maybe not. All right, Jason here for the Hagbayon channel and TMS Talks. Remember, the pen is mightier with a sword and a YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.